Oh, man. Got a bit to talk about tonight, people. Give me a minute. It's been a nice little eventful summer. Or uneventful summer. Got my last degree I'm ever going to get in my life in the mail today, which is always good. Been swimming, which you know I like to do. If you're following my Twitter, BlackBeerEye, you'll see that we may have another underwater episode on the Weapon Wheel podcast. People are complaining about The Trash of Us 2. I don't know why. It's a video game. Whatever. People like it. People hate it. Happy birthday, whoever's birthday it is in the chat. I see you down there. How's everybody going? How is everybody going? I tell you, this YouTube stuff, man, it never ceases to amaze me. Never does. I'm not ever surprised. I'm not ever shocked. Depending on how you could define the word disappointment. I can be disappointed, though. Trying to make some big moves. Some homeowner moves, you know. We're trying to get up out of the attic, as you guys call it. But, what else is going on? I don't know, not much, but you know what we're here to talk about. Y'all know what we are here to talk about. Now, I don't know what it is with Heart 8. Got no problems with Heart 8. Me and Heart 8 are cool. But I'll be damned if this guy can't pick the funniest people to do business with, to associate with. And I'm even including the Weapon Wheel guys. This man, Heart 8, and I'm not even saying he doesn't get along with people. He just somehow finds himself in situations where people cannot get along with him. It's weird. I mean, I would like to put the blame on him because he's the only constant. But these dudes out here be treating this man like he's Eisen. Like he's had 300 years of properly planned, crafted, and situated plans of high villainy out to just ruin people's lives, ruin NPCs' lives over the internet. Well, they literally treat this man like a James Bond villain. Like his master plan over the week was to not have people on the podcast that didn't beat a video game. And by the reaction he got, you would have thought he kidnapped people's families or even pulled an Abby on Joel. I don't know what it is. It's pretty absolutely absurd. Blame Rand. The anime rapper is right. Blame Rand. So, let's talk about what happened. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep this video up long or at all, because I don't want to hear about the clout chasing and this, that, and that. But people have compared this man to me and me to this man, so I need to speak my case. So a lot of people are upset at The Last of Us 2. The Trash of Us Part 2, whatever you want to call it. They got their opinions. Cool. A lot of people have been giving their thoughts, their opinions, their reviews, and their feedback without even finishing the game. Without even playing the game. Now, there is one thing that me and Heart 8, without a shadow of a doubt, can agree with, is we do not like frauds. We do not like frauding. And we do not like liars. It just is what it is. I know if somebody told me choose a person that doesn't like frauds as much as you, and if they don't dislike them as much as you die. I would choose Hard 8 in a second. If that even makes sense. I don't care if he's mad I'm making this video. Lavish, ravish, L-avish, whatever you want, whatever. Dude's a jabroni. Anyway, back to my point. So Solid Rev, exposing lames, whatever he's going by now, made a video about his thoughts on the game, and he never even finished the game. So, that's the whole Dream 308, I watched a review, or I watched gameplay and I review a game. A lot of people, it's also like the Kid Smooth thing. If you haven't finished the game, you cannot review a game. Likewise, if you've never even played the game, in Rev's case, you can't have impressions on it. Hey, you might not like it, you might hate it, but it is what it is. If you haven't completed a game, you can't review it. If you haven't played it, you can't give impressions about it. What, your first impressions based on what? Watching somebody else play? Doesn't make sense. So if you watched Weapon Wheel, I wasn't there the first half an hour because I thought they were going to be talking about a lot of The Last of Us. I have not played the game. I left for about the last hour and a half of the podcast because they were talking about spoilers, about the game, playing the game. Is it good? Is it bad? Gameplay, cutscene, story, whatever. I just felt like I did not need to be there because I didn't play the game. I didn't play it. It's not a big deal. I did not play the game. So, I felt the need that I wasn't needed on this week's podcast. If I have not played the game, what can I contribute to the actual discussion? Now, grown men are talking. We're not letting women into this podcast tonight. I'm sorry. So, for anybody asking for a link, that ain't happening. Keep moving. So, Hard 8, does a similar thing, whether it was by his own devices or BG copied him, because you know how BG can be. BG out here running Mangekyo Sharingans. His son Kofi does the same thing. They like to copy. It is what it is. People copy me. Hard 8's copied me, with my little settings videos back when I actually had a top tier rig, but I digress. So Hard 8 wanted to do the same thing. He wanted people on the podcast to talk about the game. It was a spoiler cast, but he wanted people that finished the game. Not really, not a hard request. If you finish the game, you can talk about it. If you're like Dark Cloud, you have 6, 8, 12, 19, 22 kids. I don't know how many kids he has. You got a life. You got mouths to feed. You got a life, a wife, children, jobs, all that good stuff. You might not get to it, and that's cool. And Dark Cloud said, hey, man, I did not finish the game. So, I really can't participate. Cool. Hard 8 goes out and gets other people. Not a big deal. But now we got to get to this guy. Ravish, lavish, L-avish. Holy, I don't really care. Like I said, grown men are talking. We're not allowing women into the podcast tonight. It's a podcast for me and a podcast with a grown man talking. I don't want no lip. Y'all can listen and make your own video responses. This is my channel. This is my show. You don't have to deal with it. So, I know Hard 8. I've never, and you know me, I expose people for lying and frauding. I can't think of one time I've ever exposed Hard 8 for lying and frauding, because Hard 8 doesn't lie and fraud. So, because he does not lie and fraud, he wanted to keep the integrity of the podcast. You hear that, Jimmy and Smooth? Integrity of the podcast. Yeah, pay attention. So, to maintain the integrity of the podcast, he asked for everybody to show the trophy that they beat the game. He did not ask for anybody's credit score. He did not ask for anybody's address. He did not ask everybody what their sexuality was. He did not ask anybody what their social security numbers were. He did not ask anybody for bank statements. He did not ask anybody for proof of employment. He did not ask anybody what their political affiliations are. He simply asked, Lord, my Twitter's blowing up. He literally asked, show me the trophy. And you know, to show a trophy, you don't even need to make your trophies public. You can literally take a screenshot and text it or tweet it. Because I know a lot of these guys have Heart 8's number and vice versa. But such is the curse of Heart 8 that, I mean, he even said that he felt it was going to be a problem. Such is the curse of Heart 8 that a simple request would turn into drama. There is no side of the story. Lavish was acting like a woman. That is the side of the story. I keep losing my train of thought. Anyway, like I said, Heart 8 asked for something simple, and in typical Heart 8 fashion, which isn't really his fault, something minor, trivial, and insignificant that literally means nothing in the grand scheme of things that Heart 8 does blows up. This situation literally spilled out into a 2-hour-long podcast because another grown-ass man over the internet did not want to provide proof that he finished a video game. Let me repeat what I said. A 2-hour podcast because another grown-ass man did not want to procure proof of finishing a game and then wanted to quit the podcast. Now imagine if money was on the line and Patreons and things like that. Oh my God, it would just be that stupid. No offense, brothers out there, but it seems only the chocolate brothers out there. It ain't the other people out there, you know what I'm saying, that get into these stupid tit-for-tat fights over the internet. We gotta do better. We really need to do better. Because when I look at it, it's really just us. It's barely anybody else. I'm just sorry, I call it like I see it. Over a goddamn trophy. Now, the man said, I used the term man loosely, that he did not want to show his trophy because he doesn't have anything to prove to other men over the internet. Okay, cool, I understand that. But in this situation, you are not proving to other men over the internet. You are providing proof to the host of the podcast that has you invited onto his show. Proof. You are not putting this out on Twitter. You are not making a YouTube video. You are literally providing this to one person. The person that has been gracious enough, kind enough, able and willing enough to invite you onto his platform. And how do you repay somebody for inviting you on to their platform with utter and total disrespect because you don't want to provide a trophy? Unbelievable. Now, this guy was talking all kinds of stories. He said he was with his 95-year-old grandmother. Then he said he was with his woman. Then he said he was with his girl. Then he says he's player. So hold on. You got to prove to us that you're spending time with your 95-year-old grandmother, but you have to prove to us that you're spending time with your girl. You hear that, people? he explained to us, proving to us not only that he has a girl, but he's spending time with his 95-year-old grandmother. I don't know how simultaneously. I'm just going off by what he said. But he's saying both of these, giving up information about his real life, but a trophy simply to one other person who is inviting him onto a podcast is too much. Do y'all see how stupid that sounds? Like, do you really see how stupid that sounds? I have nothing to prove to other men over the internet. Oh, I'm at my mom or my grandmom's 95th birthday. I have nothing to prove over the internet. Oh, I'm hanging out with my girl. Oh, I have nothing to prove over the internet. Oh, I get mad bad bitches. I have nothing to prove over the internet. Oh, I'm an alpha male, man. An alpha male, huh? An alpha male. Masculinity threatened over a trophy. I used to think that people only got threatened over real life trophies, like my trophies. But no, people actually get threatened over digital trophies. Talking about, oh, he doesn't have many trophies. He's not that big of a... We know he's not an MLG pro. You're a grown-ass man. Nobody's, like, judging you on how good or bad you are at gaming or how many trophies you have. They simply wanted to see one trophy. One trophy. That way, the integrity of the podcast would have been straight for the people talking about the subject matter. But no, this man had to be selfish. He had to put himself over the podcast because he thought that his own machismo, his own fake frauding was more important than the integrity of AGS. That's the problem. This man literally tried to put himself over the integrity of the entire podcast that he represents. And Hard 8 went easy on him. He's always telling me I should go hard on people, that I've, gotten softer in my, my more elder years as I've gone on, because I've been here since 2009. But Hard 8 went soft on this man. Pause. But, Hard 8 back in the old days, whew, people have been talking about blowing each other's kneecaps off. You know what I'm talking about. You're right. One man is not bigger than the group. But this man thought that his own ego was bigger than the podcast. He didn't have to show Dark Cloud. He didn't have to show Drew Games. He didn't have to show whoever else is on that podcast. He only had to show one person the trophy. Not even his account, just a trophy. He only had to show one person. And that person is the host of the podcast. And that host of the podcast deserves that kind of respect because he is the one that invited you on his show. And this is crazy, right? I feel like the creators of these podcasts are highly disrespected. They have created a platform. They have created an audience. And all they do is ask for the people that they invite onto the show, that they have on as panel members, etc., to acquiesce to the rules and standards of what the host wants represented on their show. This would be like me coming on Jeopardy and telling the host, I don't know if was it Sajak or I don't know between Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune anymore. Price is Right. Any of these games, it'd be like me coming on to any of these shows and telling them how to run the show. That's stupid. Utterly stupid and disrespectful. I'm surprised Hard 8 tolerated that disrespect. You run your show, Hard 8. You can't be having people come in here saying, oh, I'm not doing it your way, I'm doing it. No. And then, to make matters worse, this is when it's just some straight teenage high school girl stuff right here, man. He was upset about some other grown-ass men being on the podcast in his place. Oh no, another random internet NPC number 453862 is on the podcast. Oh no, life is over. Another grown man, another NPC is on the podcast for 1 week and I'm not. Oh no. Life is over. Let me go boo-hoo and cry. Like, this is... This dude says he has a girl. Could you imagine if his girl witnessed this kind of behavior? And he out here pouting his chest and slamming his chest, beating his chest, calling himself an alpha male? Alpha males really get upset over NPC number 34862 being on a podcast while you have to sit out because, you just didn't meet the homework requirements for the week? This is where we at, brothers? This is where the light skin collective is at? Unbelievable. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Not only was he mad that NPC number 34862 was on and number 24867 was on, he wasn't. He comes back at the end of this 2-hour, what do we used to call these things? Emergency refugee camp podcast. He comes on at the very end and says he wasn't even able to make the podcast anyways. Are you kidding? All this hoopla, all this shouting, yelling, talking, screaming, arguing, tweeting, whatever. And this man didn't even have time to make the podcast. Oh my God. This is crazy. This man is literally upset about a podcast other people were on in his place when he could not even make it to the podcast himself. I mean, if he was embarrassed about not beating the game, he could have literally just said, hey guys, I can't make the podcast this week. Okay, cool. They would have done the spoiler cast and he would have never had to talk about this game again. This is crazy. This is... You should not be acting like this when you were old enough to pay taxes and to not have any hair on your head. When your hairline is receding, you should not be talking like this. You should not be acting like this. When the hair fades, you should be grown. You should be grown up, man. This isn't alpha male mentality. Huh? You mad at NPC 38462 came and you didn't? Talking about you're expendable? You literally sounded like a chick in a rotation. You don't love me anymore. You treat me like like I'm expendable, and you're hanging out with Becky and Karen more than... Oh my God, shut your dumb ass up. Oh my God. No, I know Heart ain't gonna let him back on because Heart ain't don't want no more drama. It's gonna cause more drama. But if I was Heart, I'd kick his dumb ass off. And for this reason. Because of this reason, you really can't believe in this guy anymore. You cannot believe a word this man says. His credibility, his integrity is now at Zaire levels. Oh, I'm with my girl. Oh, I'm with my 95-year-old grandmother on her birthday. Are you with them separately? Are you with them together? Wait, I thought you said you have nothing to prove to people. But now you're talking about you're doing this and you're doing that, but you have nothing to prove to people. So why are you proving your 95-year-old grandmother and your girl? I'm drinking water, people. I'm keeping it PG. W-A-T-E-R. Let me get to some of these comments real quick before I continue. especially these super chats. Mr. Heisenberg, it's too much to ask for people to play games these days. People want to be in the discussion, but they don't want to do their homework. Exactly. Notice how you have never heard me ever talk about an MMO or a RTS, really, or Grand Strategy. I don't play those games. I play them a little, I dabble, but I don't have the extensive knowledge that I can be talking about those things. I talk about what I know. Got another super chat. Appreciate that. Decepticons Forever. He's lavish for at least the next few AGS. No, you should be lavish forever. L Avish. EL dash Avish. I like that. It rhymes. EL dash Avish. He says he doesn't want to prove anything to Heart 8, but quick to push the microphone in his girl's face to prove he's with a female. This won't be the last time he throws a hissy fit. Strength and Honor has a good point. Doesn't want to prove anything to grown-ass men. Says he doesn't have to prove anything to grown-ass men, but puts the microphone in front of his girl's face. That's crazy. That's absolutely absurd. Won't show a trophy, but will throw the microphone in front of his girl's face. I'm not going to make accusations that, oh, it could have been a sister. Oh, it could have been his friend zone friend. But regardless of which, you put the mic in front of another human being's mouth instead of just showing the damn trophy. Or just saying, hey, I can't make it this week. I'll see y'all next week. Crazy. Whoever's birthday it is, happy birthday. Holy, the Ultimate Game says Heart 8 attracts some funny people. Yeah, man, Heart 8 is like one of them chicks that just attracts weirdos. Not saying you're a woman, Heart 8, but you know what I'm talking about. Those girls that just seem to attract any and all kind of weirdo dudes. Lavish said he was at the hospital celebrating his grandmother's 97th birthday. Once again, proving to other men over the internet why he's not on it. Showing the trophy wouldn't have made Heart 8 look stupid. It would just verify that he beat the game. No, it won't be the last time it happens, because I've been around these kinds of people pretty much my entire life. The people with the hood mentality. People with the hood mentality are probably some of the most sensitive males and men out there, if you want to call them males and men. They say they don't need to prove anything, yet on the other hand, they try to prove a lot of things. But that's why they call me the suburban savage, not the urban savage. Ravish turned out to be a cloud. I've been saying Rav is a fraud for a minute. I mean, look, you can't call anybody a fraud or a clown. They tell you that they are a fraud and a clown. So, you know, he can redeem himself, but yeah, as of right now, it ain't looking too good. If Rev can talk about the game without finishing it, so can Ravish. No. Rev can do it because that's Rev's channel. Lavish cannot do it because it's on Heart 8's channel, and Heart 8 mandates credibility. He mandates integrity. So if that's the owner of the channel and that's what he mandates, then no. Because, excuse me. Oh, damn. If that's what somebody else does, you can't do somebody else's actions on another person's channel. You can do that on your channel, but you can't do it on Heart 8's channel when Heart 8 mandates integrity and credibility. Heart 8 just trying to de-escalate. Yeah, you know, I don't disagree with Heart 8 because, like I said, we've been around for over a decade now. We're really just tired of this drama. We just want to have fun. Just talk. Shoot the shit. Relax. interact with people, see the super chats come through. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my Twitter. I'll put it right in the chat for you. Put it right down there for you. Black Burai, aka Black Villain. Because I am the final boss, the main bad guy, the antagonist, the Eisen of the YouTube community. Bring Luca back or add Wiz. I don't know who Wiz is. God damn, I tweeted that out and everybody's following now. Yeah, everybody follow, man. I have one of the most entertaining Twitters. That's where you see the... Jesus. Look at that. Can I... Listen to that, people. Can I get this amount of likes on the video too? You know I appreciate y'all. Lord have mercy. Keep it coming, guys. Uh-oh, did it stop or is it going to keep going? Oh, it's going. Damn. We are still going. Real J Stone, we don't use that B word that ends with a D. Oh, it looks like we're stopping people. Come on, 199 people in here. You know you want to follow. You know you want to follow. Oh, there we go. Keep it coming. Let's go. Hit that like button too, everybody. Like button is free because I got some good content coming for you guys. I got the iPhone 11. I got some nice studio lighting. We got some Bluetooth camera equipment. So we're going to be making some nice 4K 60 frames content now. Got a cable, got a Thunderbolt USB switch, so I will also be able to be using this camera as well as my Yeti mic. Hey, the iPhone 11 has a 4K 60 frames camera, front and back, and I got it for $300. You tell me where you can beat that product's price. Oh, we have outdoor vids. In fact, you know, I'll tweet an outdoor vid for you guys right now. We gonna tweet a bond challenge right now. I mean, we're already doing weapon wheel from the pool. We'll tweet a little Black Bond challenge, or might have to do Black Beer Eye challenge now. Another pool episode. Oh yeah, y'all saw the video. Like I said, you know, we trying to make moves out here, people. We come in out of the attic, trying to make these homeowner moves. Hey, I don't hear any more Twitter buzzing. What's going on? And what's wrong with an iPhone? What is wrong with an iPhone that has a 4K 60 camera front and back? I was already on Jimmy and Smooth Super Savage Spirit. Do I plan on playing The Trash of Us 2? I do. I probably won't play it, though, until I get a donation, because I know the donation's coming, so I might as well just wait till I get the donation. I'm also going to be starting a, Weapon Wheel post-game show, which will be Mondays, the day after the podcast. So expect that too. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get the podcast back on, or not the podcast, the channel back on track. That's the goal here. I have everything in order pretty much in life right now. I have no debts in life, no loans, no car payments. I dropped $1,000 on, updated business suits and business casual wear. You get in shape, you lose 20 pounds, you got to get some new threads, got to get some new clothes. You can't be going out there with all this flimsy, loose clothing. Got to be updated. I feel like everybody should be updating their business attire every 4 to 5 years. You should pretty much be updating your business attire every time I upgrade my computer. And dropping a cool 1,000 on business attire, yeah, definitely something to do. And when your business attire and your suits get out of style for the corporate world, you can always wear them out to the lounges, and socialize that way. Dark Cloud, you live too. You know what? I apologize for that, Dark Cloud, because I get on smoothing them for that, But hey, my live stream was scheduled. But I get mad at Smooth and BG for that. If I have a scheduled live stream, you don't stream during somebody else in the community's scheduled live stream, especially if you're in the same podcast. So if I'm streaming at 4 o'clock and the timer's been going down since like noon, why you gonna get on and then stream that? It just doesn't make sense. That ain't cool. Look, I never tried to be the tough guy here. I just try to keep it real. I had Android before, and I won't lie, my friends bullied me away from an Android because my texts in the group chats showed up as green and not blue. And to be honest with you, I'm on my 5th phone in my entire life. I'm not really a big phone guy. Jesus, that was loud. Holy, what you doing, dog? What the bro? What? What did I just say? What the hell was that? Bruh. I'm gonna have nightmares now. Jesus Christ. This man Jack moved tricking for a PS5. God damn. But anyway, yeah. Like I said, follow my Twitter. New Twitter. Black BRI, Black Villain, Received my diploma for my last degree today, which is good. Got an iPhone 11, 4K 60. Front-facing camera, rear-facing camera. Got the Thunderbolt cable and everything, so I can do some nice recordings of it. Nice indoor videos, outdoor videos, any kind of videos you want to see. The iPhone 11 has a nice night mode, so it is a perfect camera for low light. Trying to make some property moves, homeowner moves, My end goal is I do want to build land in St. Croix, or build on land I own in St. Croix. That would be my end goal, U.S. Virgin Islands. That's my end goal. I would love to have all this done. I'm 34 right now. I'd like to have all this done by age 40, but look, man, when you were a young buck, you had mad time to do the YouTube stuff. Don't have that much time anymore, but I really want to get back into it. I really want to start giving you guys some good content and everything. I enjoy the sport and I enjoy providing you guys entertainment. Even my brother, my older brother, he says he misses, the good old days of Professor Bond, all that jazz. Give me a sec. My phone is just blowing up tonight. Hey, gotta keep the honeys entertained too. I just can't entertain you guys. Live playthrough of Cyberpunk would be cool. Oh, I'm definitely going to be doing that. I miss a Liberal Bond. 12K PCs are classic. Put my mask on here. Dick pills and promise on my grandmother's grave. Always sweating. Jesus. Yeah, we're definitely going to do more gaming history discussions. And that is one thing I definitely want to have 7th level on my channel for. I'm getting it on GOG. But it is time to get back to Cold Steel, people. Cold Steel 2. Goat Steel 2. Oh yeah, you cannot sleep on opportunities the internet has to offer. So, quick little story. When I was rollerblading, I ran into a college house of girls. Talking to the one girl because she's got all her crap on the lawn because they're moving, they're done, they're graduated. I see the license plates, Florida and California. And while we're talking, 3 dads with their high school daughters, rolled up and asked about the house. And the girls said that there's 7 of them in the house that spend $1,200 a month in rent to stay there for school because they live off campus. $1,200 times 7, $8,400 a month. So they were there for 3 years. Let's just say that a year. $100,000 a year. That's where I want to be at. That is why I want one of these houses in this area. If I could just have one of these houses in this area and get this house I'm looking at, and I could rent this out just to college kids, because there's 3 nice college campuses in my area. This is what I could be looking at yearly on top of my base salary at work. And that is what I would want to be doing to also further my funding so I could build a house or build something on the land I own in St. Croix. That is the end game, people. And this is something I want done by age 40. 6 years ago, I'm going to try to do it. Root for your boy, man. You might be able to rent from me taking a trip to the Virgin Islands in St. Croix one day. Imagine that. You get on Airbnb, and Airbnb would be bond. It'd be Air, Bond, and Bond. I work in finance. But these are all, hypotheticals and dreams, and things never really happen how you want them to, but here's hoping. Got a 751 credit score, so I'm trying out here, people. I'm trying to make moves. And be honest with you, I don't see marriage in my lifetime because I just can't see somebody leaving me and potentially taking half of my work. Yeah, you gotta have a mind and goal anyways. Gotta do it. Damn, we got 3 more Twitter followers. Alright, we're about to get on out of here, but before we get on out of here, follow the new Twitter. I mean, what I plan on doing when people are talking about, talking about historical gaming and stuff, I want to talk about all my systems and game consoles I still own, all the controllers, all the accessories. I want all this stuff on camera, all this stuff documented, and everything like that. And Jack SV, I appreciate you saying that. I hope you make it. I hope the people I strongly dislike, even here on YouTube, make it, because I want all my brothers to make it. There ain't no real animosity here. I want everybody to make it. What's wrong with everybody making it? Look, if AGS was making $5,000 on Patreon a month and we were making $3,000 on Patreon a month, I'd be cool with it. I want everybody to eat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's starting to get a little hot in here. Let me activate my AC. Good old iPhone 11 controls everything. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that might be a little too loud. We'll turn that off. We're only going to be here another 15 minutes anyway. We'll be here hopefully an hour. So, what are we playing these days? Just finished Doom. So if anybody wants to watch my incredible ending to the final boss in Doom, spend your 3 minutes to watch it on my channel, because it was kind of crazy. It is a 3-minute video of Doom 64. And the ending, how I killed the final boss, I could never, ever, ever replicate or do again. So, watch that. You'll be pleasantly surprised at the ending. It was pretty wild. And outside of that, like, if you're not subscribed to my channel, why are you not subscribed? Get everything you want from my channel. You get gameplay, you get live streams, you get roast, you get classic videos, you get new videos, you get my opinions, my views, somebody who's been around gaming for a long time. I can't think of many people in gaming near or more credible than I am, outside of guys like maybe Hard 8 in the 7th level. Outside of that, I'm the top guy here. I'm the top dog. Still using Ryzen 5. I'm still using my 1800X. That's not where we wanted to go. See, I'm using a 1070. Jesus. Let's see, 16 gigs of RAM on a 1070 Ryzen 1800X 8-core processor. So we're pretty good. Got this new RAM and my machine runs and purrs. I have never had a better machine right now. And if you're wondering what I got hooked up to this bad boy, whew, we got a lot. (8-bit-to) M30, 8-bit-to SF30 Pro. We got our own Bluetooth, the Bose Soundwear, the Corsair Polaris pad, the Corsair standard premium headset, the Corsair keyboard, the Razer Kiyo, the Mamba, the Namo, the Steam controller. This will be the PS4 controller, the Yeti. You know I gotta have all my stuff for the business and for work. Umbrella series printers and stuff are very good. I highly recommend them. The Lightning Node Pro, the Xbox 360 receiver. I got everything hooked up, people. I got everything hooked up. Even on the display sides, I have one monitor here and an ultra wide right on top of it. We killing the game here, people. We killing the game. Oh, God. Holy, you gotta stop that, dog. But the game I'm playing right now, Trails of Cold Steel 2. Gotta get back into that. Also gotta get back into working out. I've been slacking because I've been trying to make these business moves. But yes, yeah, who are only one person on my friends list has played this game previously. That is absolutely inexcusable. My favorite Square RPG, Final Fantasy VI. Jump to 4 cores to 8 cores basically means you can do everything in the back of doing gameplay and rendering, and you literally lose no performance. Damn, a $5,000 PC setup? That's pretty wild. I was going to upgrade the CPU. I'm glad I did not because DDR5 will be coming out this year. So probably next year I'll be upgrading to a new CPU, a new board, and DDR5. I am starting to get Bond's knee. Any suggestions? Oh, God. It's not good. Intel RAM was my problem. Nothing but booty box games. I owned the Doom 64 cartridge. I remember my dad being upset that it was $80. Describe the jump from i5 2500K to Ryzen, light years. Bond and Hard 8 are real. If me and Hard 8 came out with our own podcast, it'd be more popular than AGS or Weapon Wheel. I am not upgrading my CPU, but yes, I will be getting the 3080 Ti. Oh, I'm sorry, the 3080. Probably not the Ti if the pricing is rumored to be true. The 3080 will be fine. I'm still running my 1070. It runs things at 1440p, 60 frames plus, pretty much anything, so I'm good now, but it's getting time that I might need to get that 3080. The RAM I had did not play well with the Ryzen 1800X because it was labeled some... Let me find it. Let me see if I can show you. Oh my God, I can never get my password correct on Newegg. There we go. So this was the RAM I had. Intel XMP 2.0 desktop memory. That's not good. I still have this RAM, so if anybody wants this RAM, I could technically sell it to you. It's good RAM. Problem was, it just didn't run on my system. Now what I got is... Let's see... I'm searching on my other monitor because obviously I have all my personal information. I will say that this right here, this Team Group Dark Pro, the Samsung CL14 memory is probably the most reliable memory I've ever used. Literally, to overclock it, you just hit the XMP, boom, gives you the highest speed possible. So if I were to upgrade, because I know the current Ryzen I have only really goes up to 3200. Yeah, they have all kinds of weird, different ones. Like, bro, 4133 megahertz. That's just wild right there. And that's 16 gigs for only 150 for this kind of speed. And Team Dark Pro used to be super expensive. Let's see, the one I had. Where is it? Shit, probably should have got this one. You can't even buy it anymore because it's a really rare RAM, but this shit was like $350. I got it for like 120. We still destroy Smooth. I don't know what you're talking about. Black Bond. What's your favorite Square RPG? Alright, so I'm trying to get out of here, so if anybody wants to put in any more super chats or ask any questions, you got about 3 minutes to ask any questions. And once again, Twitter, BlackBRI. If you have not subscribed or followed me on Twitter, you need to follow me. That's where you're going to find my videos, find my streams, find everything about me, be up to date on what I'm doing, all that stuff. Yeah, follow AGS, follow Weapon Wheel, follow anybody you want. Like I said, I want everybody to eat. If I think Intel is staying 14 nanometer 11th generation, I think it's already confirmed. Let's find out. Yep. Right here. The company still, Intel has adopted 10 nanometer for its laptop processors. The company still relies on 14 nanometer for its desktop lineup. That will continue with the company's 11th generation Rocket Lake processors, which will be the last hurrah for the 14 nanometer on the desktop side. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. They are still going to try 14 nanometers. Whew. Hell, the 1800X is 14 nanometers. The 2500K is 32 nanometers. I'm going to read some of your comments and super chats. If anybody else wants to put them in, I'm going to be out of here. Yeah, I do talk to Neo Game Spark a lot. We talk a lot on Instagram. Yeah, AMD has, I think AMD's strategy of putting all their effort into combating Intel has been good, but now that they've caught Intel and surpassed them, they need to do something to catch up to NVIDIA. Enabling XMP caused my system to crash and manually set. Yeah, that's true. That can happen. But with this RAM, the Dark Pro RAM, you just set XMP. Perfect. I'm using 1440p currently. How do I feel about people, about able-bodied people reviewing games with accessibility settings turned on? That is crap. Bond 8 times. Intel's dead to me getting the 4600X. Alright, people. Thank you for showing up. Once again, let me put my Twitter at the bottom. You all follow me, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later in the week with some good content. Enjoy your night. Be good. Stay safe. Wear your mask. And enjoy your night.